The Heaven's Gate cult was mainly created by two people, Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles. Marshall Applewhite was raised in Texas as a pastor's kid and had a basic childhood. He grew up to be married and had two kids and for a long time music professor. Until one day everything changed. While going through a midlife identity crisis, Marshall Applewhite was accused of having sexual relations with a male student in one of his classes. On top of that, things at home weren't going so well. And in 1968, he and his wife got divorced. After the divorce, Marshall Applewhite continued to go downhill. A psychiatrist named Mark Galanter claims that Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie both suffered from a mental illness called folie à deux, which is when two people share the exact same delusion. This often occurs in close friends due to the close bond. In French, folie à deux means the madness of two people. Bonnie Nettles and her daughter theater set as her 23-year marriage was ending. The two immediately hit it off due to the fact that they were both interested in astrology and were both drawing astrology charts. Bonnie had always felt that there were higher beings and that there were aliens. Her daughter, Terry Nettles, claimed that they'd sit outside at night and watch the stars for aliens, hoping that they'd come and pick them up and take them away. Terry also said that she and her mom had always felt out of place, like misfits. Together, Bonnie Nettles and Marshall Applewhite created the cult in 1972. Something I found really interesting with this cult was that they really weren't terrible people. When I think of cults, I think of groups that are a danger to society, like in the shows on TV, it's always witchcraft cults and that require sacrifices and stuff. But with this group, it didn't have any of that. The people that joined the group were just described as misfits, outcasts of society that wanted to find some place they belonged. I think that's the kind of people that Marshall Applewhite preyed on.
The Heaven's Gate cult believed that they were beings of higher power, known as human individual metamorphosis. Their basic beliefs were widely spread across the globe. The belief system rotated around a mix of basic Christian beliefs and astronomy. The primary belief was that a comet 20 miles wide by the name of Hale-Bopp was going to crash into the Earth, thus bringing the end of the world. In order to prepare for this, the cult were to be saved by extraterrestrials. When it came time for the Earth to be renewed, T, aka Nettles, and Doe, Applewhite, would be reborn as the new Adam and Eve. This combination of beliefs came from a wide variety of passages from the New Testament, as well as Christology, asceticism, and eschatology. Eschatology being a part of theology involving the death, judgment, and the final destiny of the human soul and mankind alike. Applewhite also read science fiction by authors such as Robert A. Heinlein and Arthur C. Clarke. Along with the literature Nettles read, these formed a solid formation and outline for their newly founded religion. The two used many codenames among their beliefs such as T and Doe, the UFO 2, and Bo and Peep, and if their plan worked out, possibly Adam and Eve. But we can assume their plan did not come to action. As far as we know, once it came time for Hale-Bopp to renew the Earth, the comet passed right by Earth and isn't planned to return until 4380 CE. But before Heaven's Gate had the chance to view the comet's passing, it was too late. 34 of the 38 members had taken phenobarbital, which is a nervous system depressant. They then washed it down with applesauce and a shot of vodka. They then placed a plastic bag over the heads in order to induce suffocation. The deaths of the 34 members were supposed to be quick and painless. After death took place, the remaining members placed a purple veil over the bodies. They did this because purple was Bonnie Nettles' favorite color. The deaths took place in 3 different groups, the first on Saturday, the second on Sunday, and the third on Monday. Marshall Applewhite was the 7th to die on Monday. After the remaining members made sure the others were dead, when the police arrived on scene, the last members were still found with the bag still over their heads.